This is the World of Martial Arts series. When I was younger and I was training in Shotokan karate, I got a feel for what Japanese martial arts was really like. And these styles of Japanese martial arts are powerful and are renowned, and they address everything you need to know about martial arts. And I always wanted to take a style called Aikido, which is a Japanese martial arts that is known for its throwing techniques and joint locking and twisting techniques. And I took Hapkido, which uses similar techniques for joint locking and throwing and twisting. And I got a feel for what Aikido was like, and always wanted to take Aikido. And I discovered in the movies a guy called Steven Seagal. And Steven Seagal was a martial artist who actually knew Aikido and used Aikido throwing techniques and joint locking and twisting in his movies. And I was always amazed and happy with every movie that Steven Seagal came out with in the 90s and 80s. And I watched his movies back then, and I discovered that he came out with more movies in the 2000s, that he actually has come out with movies lately that are Steven Seagal movies. Steven Seagal is spelled Stevenseagal. Steven Seagal. And he is someone to look into because he's actually very talented, and he's known for being involved in Aikido, karate, judo, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, Shido Ryu, and Kendo. He's proficient in all these styles of martial arts, and he's been in a number of movies. When he was younger, and when I used to watch his movies, he was in movies known as Hard to Kill, Under Siege, Out for Justice, March for Death, On Deadly Ground, Fire Down Below, Above the Law, and Exit Wounds. And these were all great movies that I saw in the 80s and 90s. And when the 2000s appeared, he started doing more movies, and he was in movies known as Beyond the Law, General Commander, Attention, China Salesman, Killing Salazar, Contract to Kill, and End of a Gun. And he was in these movies in the recent 2000s, and I haven't seen them, but I know they must be good. I'm sure they're great, that they're great movies. And I always loved his movies when I was younger, in the 90s and in the late 80s. He had movies out that were entertaining and were just great movies, and a lot of martial arts, a lot of Aikido type throwing and twisting and joint locking, and he was just throwing people through windows and throwing people through glass cases and just tossing people around. And you knew the strength and power that he was using, and you realized just how talented he was in the martial arts. And it was really impressive to see him perform in these movies. And I can imagine what he's like on the mat. And I know he's very talented in martial arts. And I realize that he's a good fighter. And he's someone that you wouldn't want to mess with, and that you would respect and want to learn from. Actually, that you would want to train under Steven Seagal, if that was possible. I don't know if it's possible to actually train under Steven Seagal, but that's what you would want to do with Steven Seagal, is train underneath him and become proficient in what he knows and learn from him. And like I said before, it's possible that he could invent his own style of martial arts if he put together everything he knew, different techniques from the styles that he knows. If he put them into one martial art, he could possibly invent his own style of martial arts, and he would be a great master, a grand master in the martial arts. So that's something to think about for Steven Seagal. And I guess that's about it for the World of Martial Arts series program on Steven Seagal right now. And it was great coming to you from my home. And I'll be keeping up with you. And have a great day or evening.